I remember the sound of that knock. 3 slow, deliberate taps, echoing like a verdict. My heart didn't jump. Those ghosts had lost their power over me long ago. When I opened the door, sunlight spilled across the marble floors, glinting off walls lined with art worth more than their entire estate. And there they stood, smiles stiff, hands fidgeting, my family. The same people who hadn't sent so much as a card in 10 years. I said nothing. Just watched them, let my silence weigh heavy. The hesitation in their eyes, the flicker of guilt, the fear. They gave themselves away before a word was spoken. That pause was my first taste of justice. A memory hit me then, uninvited. 10 years back. I was different, lean, eager, hungry to belong. I still remember stepping into their world for the first time. Bright laughter, clinking glasses, the smell of roast chicken drifting through polished halls. I thought I'd found family. I thought I'd found love. I believed their smiles, their words, their warmth. Their approval meant everything to me. And then, just like that, I was gone. No explanations. Just silence. Invitations stopped. Birthdays ignored. Family gatherings came and went without my name even mentioned. I became invisible, a ghost haunting my own memories. At first, I grieved quietly. Then I started to see. Tiny cracks showed through their perfect facades. A glance here, a careless comment there. I began to notice who they truly were when they thought no one was watching. And the truth was ugly. Greed, vanity, cruelty dressed up as charm. They hadn't just rejected me. They judged me, weighed me, and erased me to make themselves feel taller. I don't shed tears over betrayal anymore. I strategize. Coldly. Precisely. Every move planned. Every decision deliberate. I built my fortune in silence, unseen, unacknowledged. I invested. I negotiated. I built an empire right under their noses. Every victory, every calculated risk was for this moment. The doorway, the knock. They never saw me coming. I had become what they'd never imagined, untouchable, unbound, unrepentantly successful. And I had learned the truest lesson about revenge. It's not loud. It's quiet. It's not chaos. It's precision. It's letting them watch their own downfall unfold, realizing too late that they engineered it themselves. I invited them in, my movements composed, deliberate. The chandeliers glittered above their heads. My tone was calm, smooth, almost pleasant. I wasn't invited. I said simply. Their smiles faltered. They'd come prepared to charm, expecting weakness. I let the silence stretch until it became unbearable. Then I led them through the house, the luxury cars, the sprawling garden, the rooms that whisper a success they'd never touch. I spoke lightly of charity events, of international deals, not to boast, but to draw a line they could never cross. I watched their expressions shift, admiration, envy, guilt, all tangled together. I didn't need to say a word. My silence said enough. Over coffee, I brought up the family trust, their mismanagement, their debts, their little financial secrets. I asked casually, too casually, about foreclosures. I watched the color drain from their faces, the subtle tightening of jaws, the shallow breaths of realization. They knew I knew, and that was far too late. I let them sit there, sipping, swallowed by the weight of their own discomfort. Then I turned and walked out onto the balcony, giving them space to face what they'd become irrelevant. They lingered until dusk, unsure, diminished, terrified. And as they finally left, they looked at me differently, not as family, not as someone to dismiss, but with fear, with recognition, with respect. I closed the door behind them and locked it. Then I sat back in my leather chair, feeling the quiet satisfaction settle in. Not joy, not triumph, but the steady, iron calm of justice, served with precision. I didn't need to shout or destroy. I had already won. I was untouchable. They were still trapped in the hollow echo of their arrogance. And for the first time in years, I allowed myself to smile.